All right, good evening, everybody. I'd like to call to order the town board meeting for November 20th. If you'd all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call roll?
Supervisor Dwyer?
Here.
Councilman Cole?
Here.
Councilman D'Angelo?
Here.
Councilman Mattingly?
Here.
Councilman Schubert? Here.
All right, we have no presentations. I'd like to make a motion to accept the regular meeting minutes for November 6, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the public hearing minutes for November 6th, Town of Warwick Special District Budget. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes from the public hearing on November 6th relating to the Town of Warwick preliminary budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. I'd like to make a motion that we accept the minutes from the public hearing on November 6th relating to introductory local law number 3 of 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. I make a motion that we approve and pay all audited bills.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Board's discussion on any correspondence which is listed as addendum number 1. None? We'll go right into reports of boards and department heads, beginning with Police Lieutenant Slosinski. Just turn the mic on.
Now it is. Good evening, everybody. So for the Town of Warwick PD, we received notification that we'll once again be getting a $10,000 grant for a National Night Out for 2026. The event will be held on Tuesday, August 4th, 2026 at Veterans Memorial Park. We'll provide more details on events once we get closer and start planning on for next year. Over the next several weeks, we're going to be providing extra patrols for the holiday season for the DWI traffic enforcement. This is made possible through grant funding from the Orange County Traffic Safety Program. We encourage everyone to plan before going out to celebrate. If you're drinking, don't drive, and if you're driving, don't drink. And then lastly, St. Stephen's CYO basketball will have their annual Turkey Trot 5K race on Thanksgiving morning starting at 8:30 a.m. Residents in the area of Sanfordville and Covered Bridge Road are asked to use caution when driving during this event. And that's all I have.
Great.
Thank you.
Any questions for the lieutenant?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
DPW Commissioner Astorino.
Okay, we installed 80 feet of 12-inch driveway pipe on Cascade Lake Road. We're still doing some ditch work on Big Island Road, cleaning ditches. We did the last of our paving this week on Round Hill Road. We had some extra tonnage left over from our paving plan. We did it on the edges of Round Hill Road, so that was done. Tree work, we had some pretty windy days. We had some storm damage. We cleaned all of that up. We're still out with the brush mower on the tractor, hitting roadsides, potholes. This will be the last week, or next week will probably be the last week before Thanksgiving of hot mix asphalt. Looks like the plants will be shutting down then. Vehicle maintenance, all our trucks are prepped and ready to go for snow. Wings are on. We have one mason dumping and one pickup left to put a sander on, and we're completely ready. The water department, we did some work. We did a replacement of a curb box on Jersey Ave and Lake Shore Road. And that's all I got. Do you have any comments, questions?
Questions? Thank you, Ben. Okay, Recreation Director Walter.
Thank you, Supervisor. My report's mainly about Mountain Lake Park. So construction on the pools continues. With the existing pools, they worked on bonding and grounding the pools before they install the coping. So that's almost done, and coping should be going on pretty soon after the inspection. And then for the new wading pool, they poured the concrete footings, and they're going to be working on the plumbing next for that pool. And that pool's going to have a few bubblers, which is going to be really fun for families when they come out to the park. So I encourage you again, come and take a look at the pool. It looks really neat. For upcoming events, we have the Boy Scouts camping out this weekend at the park. Hopefully they have good weather for their camp out. We also are going to have very busy in the kitchen at the park because of Thanksgiving. Some of the chefs make meals that will be delivered, so that'll be busy in the kitchen. And then I had a visit today from the supervisor at the park, and that was great. He took a look at the pools, the arts building, and during his visit, we saw a really majestic bald eagle. And it just was a great reminder to me to encourage folks to get out to the parks and see them. They're beautiful. It's a little chilly, but you can dress for the weather and get out and enjoy the parks. And just wanted to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Sam.
Yep.
Sam was very nervous that the bald eagle was going to swoop down and get a goose, so
Yeah.
he had to walk away.
Well, it was really the hood of McAnswers. Sorry for the little ducks.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was just flying circles around the pond. It was really, it was quite cool.
It was hunting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it certainly was, yeah.
There was 4 of them off around the road the other day. Right in
Yeah,
the field.
wow. Thank you, Sam. Okay, Councilman D'Angelo, your report, please.
Okay, for the Warwick Valley Humane Society, the pet photos with Santa and Mrs. Claus will take place this Saturday and Sunday, November 22nd and 23rd, from 1 to 4 p.m. at the animal shelter with a professional photographer. New background scene and treats for pets and kids. Dogs and large animals must be on leashes. Cats and small pets must be in carriers. It's $25 with cash preferred for 2 poses of your choice, and all proceeds benefit the homeless pets this holiday season. Mount Peter is celebrating its 90th season, and it is hosting Paw Prints on the Mountain, a community tubing event to benefit the Warwick Valley Humane Society on Saturday, December 6th from 1 to 3 p.m. Tickets are $39 for 2 hours of tubing, and a portion of the proceeds will be donated to support local shelter animals. Guests who bring an item from the Humane Society's wish list at wvhumane.org will receive a Mount Peter goodie bag as a thank you. The afternoon will feature music from a local DJ, games, prizes, and cupcakes, and a fun party for a great cause. The Humane Society will be on site with adoptable pets ready to meet guests, so come one, come all, and I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. That's all I have.
Great. Thank you. Councilman Cole?
Thank you. Last Sunday at the Landmark, I participated with an event they had for the Rum Shock organization that is going to supply housing for veterans. The facility is going to be built over in the Port Jervis area, and it was a very successful event. About 50, 60 people were there, and looking forward to seeing the completion of that project in the next few years. And the Battery Committee is going to meet in early December. The committee members have gotten outline of ordinances from other towns. I went out and took some, in case anybody hadn't had a chance to go out and see what one looks like, I took some pictures of the facilities recently. I'll distribute them to the committee members just so they understand, what the buffer is currently in access and everything like that is. And we'll continue to do our due diligence on getting that ordinance accepted by the town as soon as we can.
Great.
That's
Thank
all
you,
I have.
Councilman Mattingly.
Thank you, Supervisor Dwyer. In the Village of Warwick, Santa will be on Railroad Green in the Village of Warwick on Sunday, November 20th, 2025, from noon until 3 p.m. That is a free event. The Warwick Historical Society Cookbook Release Party will be held on Sunday, November 23rd, 2025, at the A.W. Buckby Events Center, located at 2 Colonial Avenue in Warwick. Admission is $40. The Christmas tree lighting in the Village of Warwick is Friday, November 28th, starting at 6 p.m. in Lewis Park in the village. The Warwick Chamber has some ribbon cuttings coming up. Red Fox Coffee Company is ribbon cutting is Tuesday, November 25th at 4 p.m. That's located at 121 Route 94 South, Suite 1 in Warwick. Join us to welcome Red Fox Coffee Company to the Meadowcrest Plaza in Warwick. Have a taste of high-quality coffees from around the world, and we know you'll be back. Lash City ribbon cutting is Tuesday, December 2nd at 4 p.m., 10 South Street in the Village of Warwick. Join us to welcome this business to the Chamber, specializing in lashes to have you looking your best. The Village of Florida Chamber will have their tree lighting at the First Presbyterian Church in the village. 1 North Main Street in Florida, New York. That's Saturday, December 6th at 4 p.m. Pine Island Chamber would love you to know that Rennell Lore Photography will participate in the Warwick Art League Holiday Sale on Saturday, November 22nd and Sunday, November 23rd from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. right here at the Warwick Town Senior Center located at 132 Kings Highway in Warwick. And finally, the Greenwood Lake Chamber's tree lighting is on Saturday for the Greenwood Lake, Village of Greenwood Lake, Saturday, November 29th, 2025 at 5 p.m. at Winstanley Park. And I'd like to wish all of the residents in the town of Warwick a very happy and safe Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Councilman. Do we have a date for the Pine Island tree lighting?
Didn't I say that when that was? It is, it said Pine Island? I don't have that.
Russ, do you know when that might be?
No.
Okay. If we can find out.
Just keep it, go to their website.
It's not on their website.
It's
Not
it's
yet.
not, it's not on the website?
Okay, let's try to track that down if we can.
Maybe they haven't picked a date yet.
Yeah.
If you get the date, let
Okay.
us know.
Yep, certainly. Councilman Schuback, your report, please.
If anyone wants to donate for Toys for Tots, collection point is at the Florida Firehouse. So, for the next couple of weeks before they, bring them down to the train station. And that's all I got to report.
Thank you. Town Clerk Astorino.
Okay, we had a bid proposal for electrical for Mountain Lake Parks. The first one is from Antonio Ferrara Electric for $57,000. The second was Skyward Electric Company, Inc. for $58,760. And the third was O&D Electric for $78,200. Also want to remind everybody that we still have DMPs available. Their 3P tuxedo is available. Really? Yeah. Also, I know this Saturday, the holiday season after Thanksgiving begins, there'll be a lot of events going on in all the villages. I believe the Village of Warwick, their wagon ride with Santa through the village starts. And we also have a Toys for Tots collection going on in our lobby here, along with the coat drive. And that's it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Are you sure it's 3P and not 3M?
We have them too, 3M and 3P.
Because that's sterling. That's incredible.
Yeah, you don't get away unless you get 3P.
Wow. Just to clarify, the pool, the electric bid is related to the Mountain Lake Park pool infrastructure, all grant funded. Okay, my report. My report's going to be relatively brief, even though I have a list of about 75 things right here that I went over with the town board during our workshop. Just a quick update on the DOT roadwork projects. They have completed paving for the 2025 season. They're really just touching up a few different spots. They're still working in the Village of Warwick and the Village of Florida, as well as some spots within the town, but they're putting most of their focus right now on trying to button up the Village of Florida and really get that ready for the winter season where they're not going to be continuing major road work. So it's progressing well. They are ahead of schedule with regard to the town south of the Village of Warwick. But I think they may be a little bit behind schedule in the Village of Florida where they've encountered some rock and some other challenges. The town is continuing to work on our park master plan. Over the next, I would say, few weeks, you're going to start seeing some survey information. We're going to publish some surveys trying to gain public feedback on what the town and what the residents would like to see as far as improvements with their facilities and the parks and the public access and outdoor recreation. So keep an eye out for that. Simultaneously, we are finishing up our updated website. Every town in the state of New York had to comply with a new law that requires a town to be a .gov and has to have certain components. We took it a step further, and we have incorporated a major section of our website related to parks and making sure that the entire town knows what every single park within the town offers. Is it ADA accessible? Does it have a bathroom? Is it a hiking trail? And what facilities are there? I know Recreation Director has been working very hard with our website designer on getting that done. We plan to launch that website within the next few weeks, and it will be a .gov. Unfortunately, we couldn't get warwick.gov because the new requirements say if there's more than one Warwick in the entire country, that you have to have Town of Warwick NY.gov. So somehow we've made our current domain name even longer. So instead of it being townofwarwick.org, it will be townofwarwickny.gov. That's what our website is going to be. You can continue to send, I know you had the question about the email. you will be able to continue sending emails to the .org. So whatever email address you have on file, you can continue using that indefinitely as we change over to the .gov and beyond. We had a conversation as a town board regarding the retail sales of marijuana revenue sharing, as the state introduced a law that allowed retail sales of marijuana. Certain municipalities could opt out of allowing retail sales within their community and within their town. And several years back, the town of Warwick, in conjunction with the villages, made a deal. The villages would opt out of allowing retail sales of marijuana, and the town would opt into allowing retail sales of marijuana at very specific locations, 2 zones within the town. One zone is the area by Ronald Reagan Boulevard, and the other area is over by Price Chopper and the Dodge dealership. So those are the 2 zones that are permitted. And in the conversation, I was a mayor at that time, advocating for the village opting out of it, but making sure the town opted in to deal with all the problems. And then now, look, I've got to be in this position. But one of the things that we advocated for as mayors at the time was that the town of Warwick would have some sort of a revenue sharing agreement with the villages, since the villages would opt out of the retail sales. So what the town board has agreed to, which is something that we talked about as a group of the mayors and the town supervisor at the time, was a revenue sharing system in which the town would take the revenue that we're getting from the state of New York by having a retail sales marijuana shop in the town, and we would divide that up among the villages that have opted out and are not participating in any sort of a revenue receipt from the retail sales. The formula will be determined by population, similar to how sales tax is distributed among the towns and the villages and the cities and the county. We will have a similar formula and model that we will distribute the revenue that the town is receiving from sales tax related to retail sales of marijuana. The projection for the retail sales tax that will be distributed between the town and the villages is a combined $100,000 approximately next year. So it is no small change deal. I mean, this is a really beneficial thing to support our government. So we look forward to sharing that with the villages, as we have historically done when situations like this would arise. Finally, we underwent a feasibility study to determine if solar would be a good option for the buildings that the town owns, specifically the Town Hall building, the Senior Center, the DPW building, which is a flat roof structure, as well as the Dial-A-Bus building. And the results of the feasibility study will be given to me in a meeting next week, and we'll share that with the board. We'll talk about it, see if it makes sense. This was no cost for us to do this feasibility study. So once we have that completed, we'll talk about it as a board. If we feel like it is something that we want to move in that direction, we'll share the details with the public and see where we end up going. That concludes my report. At this time, we'll open it up to privilege of the floor on any agenda items. I don't suspect our staff will have any questions. New business, which is addendum number 4.
Motion to rescind resolution R225-407, accepting a bid from Direct Energy as the town of Warwick's electric supplier for a 3-year period at a rate of $0.09930.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept the bid from Consolidated Energy as the town of Warwick's electric supplier for a 3-year period at a rate of .09899.
Second.
Second.
Just want to clarify, Constellation Energy. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to adopt the following resolution, whereas the town of Warwick is responsible for paying the electric and gas for its municipal buildings and said services result in significant energy costs paid by taxpayers, whereas Constellation, the town's current contract vendor, has made a proposal to broker a fixed rate for energy costs for all town buildings for the duration of a certain fixed term from December 2nd, 2025 through December 23rd, 2028, as recommended by the town's consultant M&R Energy Resources Corporation, based on its analysis of the relevant data, such as current and projected town energy usage and current and projected future rates. Whereas by accepting a fixed rate plan for For all the town's energy costs, the town will save taxpayer money spent on energy costs over the recommended period of time. Whereas the town board has determined that it is in the overall best interests of the residents of the town to enter into a contract with Constellation for the aforesaid utilities fixed rate plan. Now therefore it is hereby resolved that the town board of the town of Warwick hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute a contract with Constellation to fix the town's energy cost in accordance with the proposal annexed hereto for a period of December 2nd, 2025 through December 23rd, 2028, along with any other appropriate documents to effectuate the intent of this resolution, all of which shall be subject to review and approval by the town attorney.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept notice of retirement of Town of Warwick full-time dial bus driver Suzanne J. Furrow, effective December 7th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion authorizing the supervisor to sign an agreement between Jewish Family Services and the town of Warwick for administration of the Friendly Visitor Program for 2026 for $6,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to approve a special event permit to the Village of Greenwood Lake to host a holiday festival at Ben Winstanley Park located on Windermere Avenue on November 29, 2025, from 12 to 6 p.m.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to accept bid proposal from Antonio Ferreo Electric for the electrical at Mountain Lake Park pools in the amount of $57,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to authorize the supervisor to sign an intermediate agreement with Orange County for participation in the high visibility engagement campaigns.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Motion to refund the remaining escrow in the amount of $1,283.75 back to Dennis Fernando, also known as Classy Joint. The project is completed and the final maps have been signed as per a letter dated November 7th, 2025, from the Planning Board Secretary.
Second.
And just to reference that, a Classy Joint, if anyone didn't catch that, is the retail sales of marijuana that we're going to be getting the $100,000 sales tax revenue from next year. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Okay, we will open it up, privilege of the floor on any general topic. Didn't think so. Our next town board meeting will be Thursday, December 4th, 2025 at 7 p.m. It may be preceded by a workshop as early as 5:30 p.m. I would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving and make good decisions. As the lieutenant said, do not drink and drive. It's not worth it. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Before we adjourn, Mr. Supervisor, I got information from the Pine Island Chamber of Commerce about the tree lighting. It is Saturday, November 29th at 5 p.m.
Thank you, Councilman.
The Kids Clubhouse and the Warwick Valley High School Meister Singers will perform before the lighting ceremony at 5 o'clock.
Great. Thank you very much for that information. Did we have a second on that?
Yes, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you all very much.